Good afternoon, CFA upper school students, and welcome to Mr. Fee's Garage Part 2. All right, we're starting our second week of remote learning here on this Monday, March 23rd. Hope you're doing well. I hope that you're kind of getting the schedule together and adjusting as best you can in this kind of internationally bizarre time we're all experiencing and facing. I forgot to talk about one thing last week with the oil checking that I want to go back and hit real quick. When you're checking your oil, don't do it when your motor's running. You might get yourself dinged up by the fan in the car, but also when the motor's running, the pistons are going and all the oil's all up in the engine block. So, you know, when you go to that second time you fill your car up, pull into the gas station, turn your car off, go to the gas pump, put the pump in, start pumping some gas, give it a minute or so, then go pop the hood and let that oil kind of settle down in the pan. Then you can check your oil. But just don't do it while the engine's running. Forgot to mention that the last time. So today we're going to talk about, you would think, changing your oil, which I was really hoping to do, except one major problem. I didn't get any new oil to put in the car to change the oil. So we'll have to wait on changing your oil for another day after Mr. Fee goes out and buys some brand new good oil. All right, so today what we're going to talk about is how to jumpstart a dead car battery. All right, so before we get started, I'm going to tell you a joke, a Mr. Fee joke. Why couldn't the toilet paper cross the road? Got stuck in a crack. That's a good one. Maybe a little too soon for all the toilet paper stuff going on. But anyway, I'm going to throw in a joke here and there, throughout the time. So let's get back to the Mr. Fee's Garage key element, which is how to jump a dead car battery. Say you left your lights on, you left something on and your car overnight and your car battery just dead. How do you know if your car battery's dead? Turn the ignition switch, it goes chick, 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 chick. Turn on the lights, nothing happens. So the first thing that you need in order to jump a battery on a dead car are jumper cables. And right behind me here, I have my jumper cables. Now, one very important thing to note is that you need to get the right size jumper cables for your car or truck. If you have a strong heavy duty truck or a big minivan and you buy little bitty jumper cables, the gauge wire very small, you will literally melt your jumper cables. They will just melt and smoke and turn into a fire. So make sure you get very heavy duty jumper cables. You can't go wrong if you buy heavy duty, because even if your car is small, tiny little car, heavy duty will still be good. So my bet, my vote, always get the heavy duty. Mine are, if you can see, they're pretty big, pretty long, which is nice because that means I can stretch them for a good ways between cars. So let's talk about a battery for a second. I got a little battery back here. All right, this is a little bit different battery. This is a deep cycle marine AGM battery, not really what goes in the car, but there is some similarities. You'll notice right here is red, right here is black. Red's positive, black's negative. Red's positive, black's negative. Sometimes they call it black ground. All right, now this is very important. If you'll notice, oh, they're also heavy. If you'll notice, these two jumper cables, one's red, one's black. Okay, red, positive, black, negative. So when you're going to connect these to the battery on the car, you're going to connect the red to the positive and the black to the negative. Okay, now here's where things get a little bit tricky. There is a proper sequence to do this, and it's proper for safety and also for safety of the battery, health, personal safety, safety of the battery. When you're approaching a vehicle with a dead battery, you want to put on the dead battery, you're going to put the red on the positive terminal. All right, positive terminal This is called a terminal. On a car battery, it's typically a post. And you'll see a little plus beside it. That's where you connect your red battery, your red clippers here. Now, this is one side. On your other side, over here, still same thing. You got red and a black. These go to the running car battery, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to connect the red one here to the running battery positive terminal. So red to red, okay? So right now, dead battery's got a red clip on the positive terminal, and the running battery has a red clip on the positive terminal. The negative terminals are loose. Okay. On the dead battery, you will now go and put black on the positive, on the negative. Okay, so black, you already got the red on the positive. Now you're going to put the black on the negative. All right, so that dead battery is good to go. It's got a red on red negative, red on red positive, black on black negative. On the running car, you have the positive red attached, but don't put the black on the negative battery post on the running car battery. Look for a big bolt or a nut or something that's attached to the frame. It could be attached to the metal frame on the fender, it could be on the hood. But if there's any metal on the frame, on the engine block, a little bolt that's sticking out, you want to attach this to that ground. Worst case scenario, if you have to, you can attach the negative clip to the running negative battery. Only bad thing is that can also sometimes mess up your running car battery. So dead battery's got positive red to red, negative black to black. Running car battery has positive red to red, and the black to a screw on the engine block or a screw on the frame. Does that make sense? It'll be in your owner's manual too. So let's go check this out in real time. Real time. Okay, let me grab my stuff here. All right, so get up in the morning, you're getting ready for school. Dad left the car lights on all night long. Dad, sometimes we forget this stuff. And so now we got to jump the car. All right, so first, mine's different, remember? Old school, wonderful truck right here. Mine's an easy, just pop the hood. All right, then we got to locate yield battery. Battery's right here. All right, and you'll notice on this battery, there's a positive right here. It's also got a nice little red thing here, and the negative. So this battery's dead, okay? So with this battery, we are going to bring the positive right here to the positive, and we clip it on right there. Done. All right, well, it just popped off. All right, there we go. Oh, see, sometimes these are hard. There we go. Easy, greasy, mac cheesy. All right, then we would take this guy and connect it to negative. So red to red, black to black. Okay, so this dead battery is done. It's ready to be jumped. There's our other two batteries or connectors over here, ready to go to the running car battery. Now remember, all right, running car battery, we'd have the red to red, all right, and the black, we would go to a ground, not the post on the battery, if we can. Okay, does that make sense, y'all? All right, so now I'm going to throw a little wrinkle at you real quick. Say you need to take the battery out of your car. Okay, if you need to take the battery out of your car, dead, time to take it in, get rid of it. You have to recycle it. You have to take it to a special place first. Whenever you're taking the battery out of the car, or anytime you're working on anything electrical in the car, you want to take the negative, the ground off first. Then you take the positive off. When you're putting the battery back in, it's the exact opposite, right? So when you're taking the battery out, you take the ground, the black off first, then red the positive. When you're putting the battery back in, you're putting the positive red on first, then the ground. Tell you why that's important. Electricity is a circuit. Mr. Fee, in his younger days, he does a lot of learn by trial and error. So I was taking the battery out of, I think it was a 1987 Chevrolet Celebrity station wagon, baby blue, beautiful piece of machinery. I had to take the battery out. I was not paying attention. I got my ratchet, put it on the positive, started loosening the little post terminal nut, and hit the cross member in the under the hood, right over the engine, which is metal, and created an arc welder with my ratchet. That ratchet started melting through the steel of the cross member under my hood. It was terrifying. And through some massive karate and judo skills, I was able to kick that ratchet off before it cut through my whole thing and knock it off. But electricity is not something to joke around with. It is scary stuff. So anyway, I hope this was helpful. Read your owner's manual, check it out. Our next installment, weather permitting, will be how to change a flat tire. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to go serious and let the air out of one of my tires to make it realistic or not. Might, but I might not. Hope you guys are doing all right. We really miss seeing your faces. If you have any feedback for me, positive, negative, anything helpful, what you'd rather see, let me know. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good evening. Bye.